I'd like to send it over to Rachel Ward, our associate producer. Rachel, I understand we have a question.
Yes, we do, Gary. Jennifer from Norcross sent us this question on Facebook about her recent hit-and-run accident. Jennifer says, a few weeks ago, I was driving on I-20 about 8 in the evening. My 2 kids were in the back seat in their booster seats, and my husband was in the front passenger seat. A pickup truck that was in the right lane swerved over into my lane. He struck the rear of my car and caused me to spin out of control. We then hit the retaining wall. When my car finally stopped, I was in complete shock. My kids were crying hysterically, and my husband had a serious cut above his right eye. The worst part, the guy that hit me kept going. We were all taken by ambulance to the hospital, and I knew we were going to need follow-up care. I'm at a loss, and I don't know what to do about my car, our medical bills, and our future medical treatment. Please, can you help me? Gary, can we help Jennifer?
Wow. All right, Rachel, thank you for the question. And Jennifer, thank you for your question. I'm very sorry to hear about your accident and your injuries. And you were involved in a very serious collision, and I'm thankful you're able even to ask me questions about the wreck. I've handled a lot of claims just like yours where the people in the car did not survive. So just imagine the force of impact when a car traveling at high speeds on the interstate collides with a concrete retaining wall. Well, I know from your question that the man that caused this wreck fled the scene, and I assume the police were never able to locate him or his vehicle. This situation is referred to as a hit-and-run accident, and sadly this happened more than anyone would think. Crash data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration show us that the number of fatal hit-and-run accidents is increasing. In 2009, there were 1,274 crashes. 2010, 1,393. 2011, 1,449 crashes. In 2011 was the last year from which we had the data, but that is a 13.7 increase in wrecks with the hit-and-run drivers over that 3-year period. 13.7% increase. Now, Jennifer, let's talk about your legal options. If we can't locate the at-fault driver, then there is no way you can know whether or not that person had liability insurance. So, Jennifer, the next thing we would do is take a look at your own insurance coverage. We want to find out if you have uninsured motorist coverage, and this is often abbreviated on your policy's declarations page as UM or UIM coverage. Uninsured motorist coverage, or UM, applies in a situation where the defendant does not have insurance, or in your case, when the identity of the at-fault driver is unknown because they fled the scene and are never apprehended. And it's important to note that Georgia law does not require you to have UM coverage. It is optional. However, I encourage everyone out there to make sure you have this coverage on your policy because of the number of people that are driving without insurance on Georgia's highways and our nation's highways. Now, let me talk a little bit more about uninsured motorist coverage. If we receive word from your insurance company that you did not have UM coverage on your policy, we take it a step further. I want to see the actual application showing that you were given the option to select or reject UM coverage. If the insurance company cannot produce the application showing that you specifically rejected UM coverage, then coverage is in force and effect. And one other option we have is to find out if any other relatives that owned and insured a vehicle were living with you at the time of the wreck. Their insurance policy might contain UM coverage, which could be a source for us to investigate as an option for you. Now, if you have uninsured motorist coverage on your policy, we immediately put your insurance company on notice about the wreck as well as your injuries. And the failure to do this in a timely fashion could result in your insurance company denying coverage for your claim because you did not comply with the notice requirements in the insurance contract. And please, this is so important. Check your auto policy right now to make sure you have uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. If you aren't sure if you have it, pick up the phone and call your insurance agent right away. Having UM, UIM, uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage is the best way to protect you from the uninsured driver. And as you can see, the handling of a car wreck case can be very complicated. It really isn't something that you need to try and handle on your own. Think about it. On top of going to the doctor, getting the treatment for your injuries, do you really have the time, do you really have the knowledge to take on the insurance company and their team of lawyers by yourself? We take the hassle out of all of these cases for all of our clients. It's all we do. We focus on the legal issues so our clients can concentrate on going to their doctor and getting better. The easiest thing you do, the most important thing you should do is pick up the phone and give me a call right now to discuss your claim. 770-934-8000. The call is free. It is completely confidential, and there is no obligation whatsoever. And I want you to think about this. There's no risk by calling us, but think of all you can lose if you don't. 770-934-8000. Our legal professionals are standing by right now to take your call. 770-934-8000. And we will be right back.